Hello everyone, today we will be going through Pearson Edexcel International Advanced Level Mathematics, Pure Mathematics P1 WMA1101. This is Jan 2022 paper, so we can write here Jan 2022 paper hopefully. Now we can go through question number one. Question number one says find this integration we need to find, giving each term in its simplest form, and this is a 4-mark question. So what we can do, we can take separate integral for each term. That is the convenient way. So we can rewrite it as 8 over 5 8 over 5 and integral x cube dx and minus 2 over 3 integral x 1 over x4, or we can write x raised to minus 4 and dx and minus integral dx. This is how we can separate, and then now we can write it as integral will be 8 over 5 and x raised to the power 3 plus 1, which is 4, and divided by 4. We have taken integral of x cube and minus 2 over 3 as it is, and integral of x raised by minus 4 will be x raised to the power minus 4 plus 1, so it will be minus 3 and divided by minus 3, and minus integral dx will be x value and integral constant c. Now what we can do, we can cancel whatever possible. So x 2's are this one 4 2's are 8, then we can rewrite it as 2 over 5 x raised to power 4 minus 4 by 3, and we can multiply this 3 with minus 3, so it will be 9, and this minus will change to plus, so it will be this should be 4, it should be 2 over 9, and this one, and x raised to minus 3 minus x plus c, and finally we can write 2 over 5 x4 plus 2 over 9 x cubed minus x plus c, and this will be the final integral for 4 marks. Hopefully you got this. Now we can move to the question number 2, and question number 2 says this function is provided, express f of x in this format where a, b, c are integers to be found, and this is 3-mark question. This is, we have to write this in completing square format. So we can write the question f of x is equal to 11 minus 4x minus 2x squared. So what we will do, we will first of all, I just want to mention that this is not part of the question. I have inserted for your explanation for B part. I will just explain in a while. So now first of all, what we will be doing, we will be arranging this equation. So we can write it as minus 2x squared minus 4x and plus 11. Now this coefficient we have to take common. This is how we are completing square. So minus 2 will be taken out, and inside will be x squared, and minus is gone out, so plus 2x, and this tail portion plus 11 we will keep as it is. Now we will apply the completing square technique, and that will be x and copy sign. This is plus, so it will be plus, and half of 2 will be 1, so 1 squared, and minus 1, this minus is always minus, so this is how we are writing a completing square. Now our f of x will be equal to, we will open this bracket and we can write minus 2 into x plus 1 squared, and minus into minus will be plus 2, and plus 11. So our equation, this one is resulting to 13. So we write here 13 minus 2 into x plus 1 squared, and this is in the same format which they have mentioned, which is this one. So a, b, c values we can provide. A value will be 13, so a is equal to 13, and b value is equal to, b value is minus 2, this one, so we can write here minus 2, and c value is basically this 1, so we can write here 1. So these are the values. This was 4-mark question. Now 3-mark question. Now for this B part, sketch the graph of the curve C with equation y is equal to f of x, showing clearly the coordinates of the point where the curve crosses the y-axis. Crosses the y-axis. Curve crosses the y-axis. Only these points which are formed by crossing the y-axis are required. So x-intercepts they are not asking for, and this is 2-mark question. So what we will do, we will take the equation which is basically f of x is for b part. We will take this equation f of x is equal to 11 minus 4x minus 2x squared, and from here we know that this is quadratic equation and coefficient of x square is minus 2, and we know that negative 2 mean opening downward. So it is U-shaped curve. We can say that it is U-shaped curve, inverted U-shaped curve, which is opening downward, and because of this negative coefficient of x square. Now we need to find the y-intercepts, and at y-axis, x is equal to 0, so f of x will be equal to what? Our y value, you can say y is equal to 11 minus 4 into 0 minus 2 into 0 squared. So we can write this as 11, so y is equal to 11, so point will be 0 and 11. So this will be 1 point, and we can find the line, what do you call, the line of symmetry also. So x is equal to minus b over 2a, and minus b is basically minus 4, so minus into minus 4 over divided by 2, and a is minus 2. So if we check, this will be 4 over minus 4, which is equal to minus 1. So line of symmetry is what? Line of symmetry is basically x is equal to minus 1. Now if we have to draw the curve, so we can sketch the curve over here, and this is what I just wanted to show you. If we have to sketch the curve, we can sketch like this. These are the coordinate axes, and this point we can show curve like this one. Basically it is intercepting this point, and it can be this one, and passing through this point it is curving like this, and this point we can mention as 0 and 11, which we have just checked, this 0 and 11, and uh, that's all. This is what the answer. For your explanation, I'm telling you that this will be the line of symmetry, which will be x is equal to minus 1. So x is equal to minus 1, this will be the line of symmetry. If you want to find these points which are not requirement of this question, then you will have to replace basically y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. At y is equal to 0, you can find basically by quadratic formula. This will be 11 minus your y value is what? Y is minus x squared, and minus 4x plus 11 if you just write a arranged form. So you can basically find the mode 5 3, and you can write -1 coefficient of x square and -4, and 11 will be the constant value, and we will get decimal value 1.87. so x1 will be equal to 1.87, and the second value will be minus 5.87. so x2 will be equal to minus 5.87. So these are basically the x values. Positive value we can take here, which is 1.87, and this will be minus 5.87. As I told you, these 2 points and this line of symmetry is not requirement of this question. I just explained for your understanding, which you can apply on other questions. Hopefully everything is fine. We are done with this question, B part. Now C part, write down the equation of line of symmetry of C. Okay, so this is basically the line of symmetry they have asked in C part, and it is a 1 mark question. So we have already done that line of symmetry, which we have done basically. If I shift here, this is line of symmetry equation, which we can shift over here for C part. We can write this as our answer, so this will be C part. Hopefully you understood this. This is basically x is equal to -1 will be -1 will be our equation, which is a line of equation for line of symmetry. So whatever I have explained you, this x is equal to -1, this is part of the part C, basically part of the question, but these 2 points are not required, so I have additionally explained for your understanding. Hopefully everything is clear. Now we can move to question number 3, and the question number 3 says, in this question you must show all your stages of working, and calculator is basically entirely based on calculator is not allowed. So f of x is equal to this one. Express f of x in this format. We'll have to just open, and this will be 3 mark question, and part I, if I solve, so what we will be doing, we can write this equation, given equation f of x is equal to x plus under root of 2 squared plus this will be 3x minus 5 root 8, and this will be whole squared. Now I'm applying the formula. You can multiply also, but you are in A level, so better to apply formula. So it will be a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus b squared plus 2ab, and this will be basically the formula which we will be applying. I'll reduce a little. So this is basically formula which we will be applying, and we can write this will be what? This will be a square. I'm applying on this first term, so x squared plus root 2 squared plus 2 root 2x, and now we can apply on this one, and that formula will be what? That formula will be a minus b whole square is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab. So keep in mind this also. So we can apply, this will be 3 squared, and we can shift here. So 3 squared will be 9x squared, and plus this will be 25 into 8, or we can write 5 root 8 squared and minus 2 into 3x into 5 root 8, this one. And now we can basically rewrite it as this will be x squared plus this will be 2, and this will be 2 root 2 and x plus 9x squared, and this one we can solve by the help of calculator. So 5 root 8 and bracket close, and this will be squared, and this is equal to 200. So plus 200 and minus this will be 2 into 3 into 5 root 8, and this is equal to 60, minus 60 root 2 and x. Now we can basically combine the like, I add the like terms, so this will be 9 and plus 1 will be 10x squared, and we can add these two terms. Basically this will be 2 root 2. So this one is okay, so what we can do, 2 root 2, and this will be minus to move here, minus, then will be 60 root 2, and this is equal to minus 58 root 2, minus 58 root 2, and this will be x, and plus this will be 200 plus 2, these two we can combine, so it will be 202. And now we have to write it in this format. They're saying ax square plus bx under root plus c. So we can write ax squared, and this a value will be, this will be a value, and b value we can write, or b value will be this one, and c value will be this one. So a is equal to, we can write a is equal to 10, b is equal to minus 58 root 2, and c is equal to 202. This will be our final answer which we were supposed to find, and it was 3-mark question. Now we can move to the second part. They are saying solve the equation. We need to solve this equation and give your answer in p plus q and root 3 format. P and q are simplified fractions to be found. So fractions need to be found. So we can copy the same equation. Root under root 3 will be, so b part root 3 and into 4y minus 3 root 3, this one, and is equal to 5y plus root 3. So this is basically our question which we have written, and we have to okay, so we have to change the shape. So we can basically, this is 3, so giving your answer in this format. So 4 minus 4y minus 3 under root 3. So what we will do, we will just open this bracket first. So it will be 4 root 3y minus 3 and under root 3 squared, and this will be equal to 5y plus root 3, and this one will be resulting to what? Minus, we can take this, so 3 root 3 squared will be basically 3, so 3 into 3 will be 9, so we can write 9 directly mentally, we can calculate, and this will be equal to what? This will be equal to 5y plus root 3. Now we can shift everything to the other side. 5y minus 4 root 3y and plus 9 plus under root 3 and equal to 0. Now we can take basically y common, so 5 minus 4 root 3 y, and rest of everything we can shift to other side, so 9 plus root 3 we can put in bracket. We can shift this to the other side, and it will be y is equal to minus 9 plus root 3 over, this will be 5 minus 4 root 3, and separately we can write basically, this will be y is equal to we can take LCM also, so LCM will be basically we can rationalize this. So for rationalization, uh, first of all we can accommodate this minus, so 9 plus under root 3, we can write it as 4 root 3 and minus 5. And now we can rationalize 4 root 3 plus 5 over 4 root 3 plus 5. And now we can multiply 9 plus root 3 and into 4 root 3 plus 5, and this will be divided by, we can write this as what, we can write this as this will be 4, we can basically use calculator for this, so it will be 4 root 3 minus 5 and bracket close, and this will be 4 root 3 and plus 5 and bracket close, this will be equal to 23. So we can write here 23. And next, this numerator, we can multiply basically 9 into 4, 7, 4 under root 3. That will be 9 into 4 root 3 will be equal to 36 root 3. So 36 root 3 you can write, and 5 into 9 will be 45 plus 4 into 3 under root will be, you can use calculator to multiply basically, and this will be 4 3s are 12, and plus this will be 5 root 3, and this will be divided by 23. Next step we can add, so 45 plus 12 will be 57, and plus this will be 36 plus 5 will be 41, so 41 root 3 and divided by 23, and you can write for 57 over 23 plus 41 root 3 over 23. This will be our y value. This is what they are saying, p plus q root 3. So p is this one or p is this one, so we can write p is equal to 57 over 23 and q is equal to 41 over 23. These are basically the required answers. Now we can move to the question number 4, and question number 4 diagram is provided. Figure 1, in the question you must show all your stages of your working, and next is figure 1 shows line L with equation. So equation of line is provided, which is this one, and the curve with equation, so curve equation is also provided, and the line L intersects the curve C at the point P and Q. So this is P and this is Q as shown in figure 1. A part, find using algebra the coordinates of P and coordinates of Q. This is 4 marks question. So using algebra we need to find the coordinates. Our target is to find the coordinates of P and coordinates of Q also we need to find. So what we'll do, we'll take the given equations. One equation is x plus y is equal to 6. This is the equation of line. And the second equation is y is equal to 6x minus 2x squared. So y is equal to 6x minus 2x squared plus 1. So these are two equations. We are solving a part, and we can basically find y is equal to 6 minus x, and this value we can replace here, and we can write this as 6 minus x is equal to 6x minus 2x squared plus 1, and further we can simplify, we can shift everything to this side, so it will be 2x squared minus 6x minus 1 and minus x and plus 6 is equal to 0. Now we can add the like terms, so it will be 2x squared and minus 7x and plus 5 is equal to 0. This is our quadratic equation which we can solve, and this will be, we can factorize this, it will be more by 3, and coefficient of x square is 2, then minus 7 is coefficient of x, and plus 5 is the value constant, so this will be 5 by 2 and 1. So 5 by 2 and 1, we are changing sign and using these values. So when we use minus 1, it will be x minus 1, and when we use the first value, it will be 2x and minus 5 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 and x is equal to 5 by 2, or we can write it as 2.5. So x values, these x values we can replace in the main equation. In any equation basically we can replace. So at x is equal to 1, y will be equal to what? Y is equal to, we have y is equal to 6x minus 2x square plus 1, minus 2x square plus 1. So at x is equal to 1, this will be 6 minus 2 plus 1, so it will be 7, it will be 5. So we'll get y. So x is equal, 1 point will be 1 and 5. Now for the second point, at x is equal to 2.5, in the same equation we will replace x is equal to 2.5. So y will be equal to 6 into 2.5 minus 2 into 2.5 squared plus 1, and this will be equal to mod 1. So this will be 6 into 2.5 bracket close and minus 2 into 2.5, and this will be squared and plus 1, and this is equal to 7 by 2, or we can write 3.5. So 7 by 2, which we can write 3.5. So this is basically the second y value. So our point will be what? 2.5 and 3.5. So this will be, now we have to identify which one is P and which one is Q. So X value is 1 and 2.5. If we check this, P is having lesser X value because it is over here, and Q is having higher X value. So we can write P as 1 and 5 and Q as 2.5 and 3.5. So our this value will be P and this will be for Q. Hopefully you understood this part. Now we can move to the B part, and B part says the region R shown shaded in figure 1 is bounded by C, L and the x-axis. Use inequalities to define the region R, and this is a 3 marks question. So to identify the region R, Y should be, we can see this region R is higher than the quadratic curve, higher than quadratic curve. So we'll write y is greater than equal to 6x minus 2x squared plus 1. So and lesser than the equation of line L. So region R is lesser than state line equation and greater than the quadratic equation. So we'll write x plus y is less than equal to 6. X plus y is less than equal to 6. So from here we can write, basically we can write x value should be in between what? It should be in between 1 and 2.5. X value should be in between these two, and 1 and 2.5, and y value should be 0 and 3.5. 0 and 3.5. So we can provide basically x should be greater than a, and a value should be greater than equal to 1, less than equal to 2.5, and y value should be greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 3.5, and this is y is greater than equal to 0. So we can basically we can check this from the curve also. that a value should be x value is greater than a, which is it should be in between 1 and 2.5. So they are saying that we need to find uh, region R shown shaded in figure 1 is bounded by C, curve C, L and x-axis. So this region R they are asking for which we can write these inequalities, and hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the next question. Question number 5. Diagram is not to scale. Figure 2 shows a plan view of a semicircular garden ABCDEOA. The semicircular circle has center O. Center is this one. Diameter is AOE. So this is diameter. Then radius is 3 meters. The straight line BD parallel to this line is parallel to AE, and angle BOA is 0.7. So angle 0.7 radian we can identify. This will be 0.7 radian. And similarly, if we join the other side OD, this will also be 0.7 radian. So 0.7 radian, and show that to four significant figures, angle BOD is 1.742 radians. So this one, which is basically this angle, we need to show as 1.742 up to four significant figures. This one we have to show. Now for A part, we can write the basically angle BOD will be pi minus 0.7 into 2. So angle we can write BOD is equal to pi minus 0.7 radian plus 0.7 radian, and this will be equal to pi minus 0.7, and we can put bracket over here, and this will be plus 0.7, and this is equal to 1.741, which is up to 7, 1 and 5. So we can write this one as 2, and this will be the radians, and this is basically 1 mark question which we have done. Now for B part, the flower bed are shown shaded in figure 2 is bounded by BD and RBCD. Find the area of the flower bed, giving your answer in square meters to 1 decimal place. So area of a sector, this will be sector BOD. We can find area of sector first. So for B part, area of sector, so we can write basically, we can write area of sector is equal to half r square theta, 1 by 2 r square theta. So 1 by 2 r value is 3. So r square in theta we just found 1.742, and this will be equal to 0.5 into 3 square will be 9 into 1.742, and this is equal to 7.8 7.839. Now area of triangle, which triangle we are talking about, which is area of the triangle OBD. So triangle OBD will be equal to 1/2 AB sine C. Sine is what? Sine of angle 1.742, and AB values are 3, so 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into 3 into 3 sine of 1.742, and this will be equal to 0.5 for 1 by 2 and into 3 into 3 into sine of 1.742, and this will be resulting to 0.1367. So 0.1367 up to instead of 7 we can write 8. So this will be shaded area is basically required. So shaded area will be equal to area of sector minus area of triangle, and this is what? 7.839. So 7.839 minus answer, and this will be equal to 7.07. Basically, the mistake which we have done is that we have to take radian mode. So I will recalculate this number over here. I will take shift mode to radian. You will have to take care of the radian also. So 0.5 into 3 into 3 into sine of 1.742, and this is equal to 4.43. So this is equal to 4.34. 4.34. 4.434. And this one, now we can subtract 7.839 minus answer is equal to 3.4. So 3.4, this will be area, so meter square, and this is because radius is provided in meters, so our unit will be meter square. Hopefully you got B part. Now we can go through the C part, and C part says find the perimeter of the flower bed, giving your answer in meters to 1 decimal place, and this is 3 marks part which we have to do. So perimeter will be what? Perimeter will be perimeter of this shaded region will be BD and plus BCD. So BD we can find first by applying cosine rule on the triangle OBD. So we can write here C part will be P, perimeter will be equal to BD plus BCD arc, and we can find BD. So BD square will be equal to one side square plus other side square plus sorry, not plus, minus 2 into one side into other side into cos of the angle, which is 1.742. So this is basically the formula which we have applied. Now BD will be equal to square root of this whole thing, and we can write 3 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 into 3 into 3 will be 9 cos of 1.742, and this will be equal to, we can write 3 squared plus 3 squared minus 2 into 9 into cos of 1.742. Again, your calculator should be in radian mode, and this is 4.59. We can write up to 3 significant figures. 4.59. Now we can, after finding BD, our task is to find arc BCD. So BCD arc we can write is equal to r theta, and r is 3 into theta is 1.742, and this will be equal to 3 multiplied by 1.742, and this will be resulting to 5.226, 5.226, and perimeter, now perimeter will be 4.9 plus 5.226, and this will be equal to this one plus 4.9, and this is equal to 4.9 plus 5226 will be, let us check the calculation again, 5.226, we are right, 6, so 5.226 plus 4.9, and this will be what? This will be not 4.9, it should be 4.59 basically. 4.59, and this is equal to 9.816, so 9.816 meters, and we can write 9.8 meters up to one decimal place or two significant figures. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can move to the question number 6 basically, and question 6 says the curve C has equation y is equal to f of x, where x is greater than 0, given that f dash of x is given, and the point P lies on C. A part, find the value of the gradient at P. So gradient at P is what? This is okay. So B part, including B part, this is a 4-mark question. So you can take it as 2 marks. So this will be, we need to find f dash of 4, because point is 4 and 20, so we will replace x is equal to 4, so it will be 4 plus 3 squared divided by 4 root 4, and this will be equal to, we can find this will be fraction, and 4 plus 3 will be 7, so 7 squared over this will be 4 root 4, and this is equal to 49 over 8, 49 over 8, and the decimal value will be 6.125. This will be the decimal value, and now they are saying value of the gradient at P. Now for B part, hence find the equation of the tangent to C at P, giving your answer in the form this one. So we need the gradient m value is equal to 6.125, and the point also we require, and the point is P point, which is 4 and 20, and the equation of line in point slope form is what? Y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1, and we will be replacing values. So y minus 20 is equal to m is 6.125 into x minus x1, which is 4, and now we have to just open the brackets, and otherwise instead of 6.142 we can write the fractional value, which is 49 over 8, and we can shift this 8 to other side. It will be 8y minus 160 is equal to 49x minus 49 into 4 will be equal to 196, and we can shift basically this is 49x, we can shift this to other side, so it will be 49x minus 8y is equal to minus 1, and we can write this one as minus 196 plus 160 is equal to 0. So 49x minus 8y and 196 basically minus 196 plus 160 is equal to minus 36, so minus 36 is equal to 0, and this is the same form of equation, ax plus by plus c. So a is equal to 49 B is equal to minus 8 and C is equal to minus 36. Now B part basically, and B part says find f of x, simplifying your answer. So f of x we need to find. For f of x, we will have to integrate the given equation. So f dash of x is equal to, we'll take that equation for B part. F dash of x is equal to x plus 3 squared over x root x. Now we can rewrite it as x plus 3 squared, or otherwise we can open the square, so it will be x squared plus 9 plus 6x. We have opened the square in the numerator, and this one we can write x raised by 3 by 2. This is x raised by 3 by 2, so we can write separately f dash of x is equal to x square over x raised by 3 by 2 plus 9 over x raised by 3 by 2 plus 6x over x raised by 3 by 2. So now f dash of x we can write is equal to x square over x raised by 3 by 2. We can write 2 minus 3 over 2, which will be equal to 1 by 2. So we can write x raised by 1 by 2 plus this will be 9x raised by minus 3 by 2, and this will be plus 1. 1 minus 3 over 2 will be equal to minus 1 by 2. So 6x raised by minus 1 by 2. So we have simplified the equation. Now we can integrate, and integral of f dash of x will be f of x will be equal to, so we will be basically adding 1 in the power. So 1 by 2 plus 1 will be 3 by 2, and divided by 3 by 2 plus 9 x raised to the power minus 3 by 2 plus 1 will be minus 1 by 2, and divided by minus 1 by 2, and plus this will be 6, and x raised by 1 by 2, and this will be divided by 1 by 2 plus integral constant c. Now we can simplify this. We can write as 2 by 3 x raised to power 3 by 2 minus this one will go up, and this will be minus 18, and we can write over x under root, and this will be plus 2 will be going up, so it will be 12x root plus c, and this will be our equation. And now at point P, which is 4 and 20, we can write this side will be f of x, or which we can write as y. So the equation will be 20. To find, we are finding now value of c, so it will be 2 by 3 and 4 raised to the power 3 by 2 and minus 18 over 4 root plus this will be 12 into 4 root and plus c. So we can basically simplify this whole thing, and we can write it as 2 over 3, and in brackets 4 will be, power will be 3 over 2, and next we can write minus 18 over this will be root of 4, and next will be plus 12 root 4, and this is equal to 61 over 3. So we can write 61 over 3 plus c. Now we can shift this to other side, so it will be 20 minus 61 over 3 is equal to c, and c value we can take 20 minus answer is equal to minus 1 by 3. So c value is minus 1 by 3. So our final equation, this c value we will replace over here, and this will be f of x is equal to 2 over 3 x raised by 3 by 2 minus 18 over x root and plus 12 root x, and minus this will be 1 by 3, And this is the final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood this question number 6. Question number 7. Figure 3 is provided. Figure 3 shows a sketch of part of the curve with equation y is equal to f of x, where f of x is given this one. So given that the curve with equation y is equal to f of x minus p, f of x minus p passes through the point with the coordinates 0 and 50, find the value of the constant p. Now for a part we will have to consider that f of x minus p, this is outside, so f of x minus p is what type of transformation? So this is basically translation down by p units. So we can write translation down by p units. So it is translation down by p units. This is what we can figure out. You should know the translation rules. Now for value of p, what we can do, we can check for this point where x is equal to 0 on x-axis, on y-axis x value will be 0. So if we replace like at x is equal to 0, if we replace y will be equal to, and the equation is x plus 4, x minus 2, x plus 4, x minus 2, and 2x minus 9, 2x minus 9. So if we replace, this will be 4 into minus 2 into minus 9, and this will be equal to 4 into minus 2 into minus 9 will be equal to 72. So y value in that case when x is equal to 0 will be 72. But the point given is 0 and 50. So p value will be what? P value is changing from, we can check for how many units it is changing. 72, difference between 72 and 50 will be what? This will be 22. It means p value is 22. It is translated down by 22 units. So we can say p value is equal to 22. This will be our answer for a part. Now for b part, they are saying given that the curve with equation y is equal to f of x plus q passes through the origin, write down the possible values of q. So possible values of q we can replace, basically y is equal to, in b part we can take the same equation, y is equal to x plus 4 and x minus 2 and 2x minus 9, and y value will be 0 on x-axis. So at y is equal to 0, x plus 4 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, or 2x minus 9 is equal to 0. It means x is equal to minus 4, x is equal to 2, and x is equal to 9 by 2, or you can write this as 4.5. So these are basically the three values of q which we can write: minus 4, 2 and 4.5. These will be three values. Now for c part, find f dash of x. So derivative we need to find. F of x, we know f of x is what? F of x is equal to x plus 4. We have written over here, we can copy this. So x plus 4, x minus 2 and 2x minus 9. Now what we can do, we have to simplify this first. So we will multiply these two, and this will be x squared minus 2x and plus 4x minus 8. We will put in brackets, and 2x minus 9. Then we can add the like terms in this term, so it will be x squared plus 2x minus 8, and the other factor will be 2x minus 9 as it is. Now we can multiply these two terms. So x squared multiplied by 2x will be 2x cubed. Then x squared multiplied by minus 9 will be minus 9x squared. Then 2x with 2x will be plus 4x squared. Then plus 2x with minus 9 will be minus 18x. And now 8 minus 8 with 2x will be minus 16x, and minus 8 with minus 9 will be plus 72. Now we can add the like terms. Cube term is only 1, and square we can write minus 5x squared, and 16 plus 16 will be 32, so 32 plus 2 will be 34, so minus 34 x and plus 72. Further we can basically write, now this is our f of x and we need to find f dash of x. Now we can take the derivative. Derivative of 2x cube will be 2 into 3 and x raised by 3 minus 1, which is 2, and plus similarly 5 into 2 into x and minus 34. So this one we can write 6x squared, and minus this should be minus here. So minus 10x and minus 34. This will be the derivative which is required, f dash of x, which we have done. Now we can move to the D part. C part we are done, and D part says, hence find the range of the values of x for which the gradient of the curve with equation y is equal to f of x is less than minus 18. This is 3-mark question. Previous derivative question was 4 marks. So now we can move to the D part, and for D part we'll take the derivative, which is this one. We just now found f dash of x, so derivative should be less than, so minus 10x minus 34 is, we will take equal to minus 18, and less than we will check when we will write the inequality. So 6x squared minus 10x minus 34 plus 18 is equal to 0. So 6x squared and minus 10x minus 34 and plus 18 minus 34 plus 18 will be equal to minus 16 is equal to 0. 2 we can take common, so inside will be 3x squared minus 5x and minus 8 is equal to 0. 2 cannot be equal to 0, so this implies 3x squared minus 5x minus 8 is equal to 0. Further we can factorize. For factorization of this equation we can take mod 5 3, and this will be coefficient of x square is 3, then minus 5 and minus 8 and 8 by 3 and minus 1. 8 by 3 and minus 1, change sign, and we will use this, so it will be x plus 1, and for this one we will write 3x and minus 8, and this is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 8 by 3. So now for inequality they are saying that less than 18, so quadratic equation which is basically opening upward, because coefficient of x square is so if we sketch the inequality it will be like this one, minus 1 and this, so minus 1 is over here and 8 by 3 will be this side. So we will be taking the less than, y value less than will be this one, so in between minus 1 and 8 by 3 hopefully you are understanding. So we will write -1 and less than 8 by 3. This will be the answer for this D part. We are done with this D part as well, and this was 3 marks. Now we can move to the next question, question number 8. And question 8 says the line L1 has equation. So this is L1 and find the gradient of L1. 1 mark question. So the same equation we can copy. Equation is 2x minus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0, and this equation we can write over here. We can copy this one. So this is the given equation. Now we have to write this equation in y is equal to mx plus c format, and this m will be our gradient. So we have to change the format. So 5y we are sending to the other side, so it is equal to 2x plus 7. Now we can divide by 5, so y will be equal to 2 by 5x plus 7 by 5. So gradient will be what? Gradient will be 2 by 5. So we can write um, gradient or slope will be equal to 2 by 5, which you can basically take the derivative also, but this is also easier method which we can do. If we are taking derivative method, that one also is easier. Like for example, y is equal to this one, y is equal to 2 by 5x plus 7 by 5. So dy by dx will be equal to 2 by 5 and plus 0. So dy by dx is equal to 2 by 5. So this is also the concept. You can use this one or this one, both will be giving you the same answer. Now for B part, they are saying given that the point A has coordinates, this one, the L2 passes through A and is perpendicular to L1. So find the equation of L2, giving your answer in the form of y equal to mx plus c, where m and c are constants to be found, and this is 3 mark question. So first of all, we'll take the gradient of line L1, which we just found, which is 2 by 5. So we can write B part gradient of L1 will be equal to is 2 by 5, and gradient of the perpendicular will be reciprocal and change sign, so it will be minus 5 by 2, and the given point is A, which is 6 and minus 2. So we have to use this point and this gradient to write the equation of the line. Equation of line in point slope form, we can write y minus y1 is equal to m of the perpendicular into x minus x1. So we will be using these values in this equation, and y minus y1 we can take minus 2. So minus 2, and this is equal to gradient of the perpendicular is 5 minus 5 by 2 into x minus x1 is this 6 value, so we can write here 6, and we can open the bracket. So my plus 2 is equal to minus 5 by 2x, and plus this will be 15, and now we can shift 2 also to other side. So y is equal to minus 5 by 2x and plus 15 minus 2, and this will be y is equal to minus 5 by 2x and plus 13. This will be the equation which is perpendicular to L1 passing through the point which is 6 and minus 2. So this part is also done. 2 more parts are remaining. The L1 and L2 intersect at the point M. Using algebra and showing all your working, find the coordinates of M. So this one, so you should not rely totally on calculator, and this is 3 marks question. So algebraically we can equate those two equations for L1 and L2. So we can solve over here C part. and L1 is what? L1 is this equation 2x minus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0, and L2 is y is equal to minus 5 by 2x plus 3. Now we can replace, not 13. Now this value we can replace in the first L1 equation. So we'll get 2x minus 5 into, this will be minus 5 by 2x plus 13, and plus 7 we are replacing this equation in this one, so is equal to 0. Now we can open the bracket and simplify and find the value of x. So it will be 2x plus 25 by 2x, and minus 13 into 5 will be 65 and equal to 0 plus 7 also. Plus 7 is equal to 0. Now we can add these, or we can add this. Basically we can write 2 plus this will be 25 over 2, which is equal to 29 by 2. So we can write 29 by 2x, and minus this will be 65 plus 7 is equal to minus 58 equal to 0, and this implies 29 over 2x is equal to 58, and we can write this implies 29 x is, or we can directly write x is equal to 58 into 2 over 29, and 58 into 2 over 29 will be equal to 4. So x value we got equal to 4. Now x value is 4. Now we can find the y value by replacing in any of the above equations. So we will get, we have this equation 2x minus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0. In this one we will replace x is equal to 4, so 2 into 4 minus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0. So 5y is equal to 8 plus 7, which is equal to 15. So y is equal to 3. So our point will be 4 and 3. This will be the required point. Hopefully you understood this. Now we can find the D part. Last part is given that the diagonals of a square ABCD meet at M. D part, find the coordinates of the point C, and this is 2-mark question. So we can draw a small drawing for our understanding for this purpose, and we can take, like, for example, can draw a drawing like this one. So if we take these points like A, B, C and D, and this A point is 6 and minus 2, and we can draw the line of AC is this one, and midpoint is, say, this one is M, and M is 4 and 3, and this point we can take XY, and we have to find the coordinates of basically XY. So we know by midpoint formula 6 plus x divided by 2 will be equal to 4, and minus 2 plus y divided by 2 will be equal to 3. So this implies what? This implies x is, or 6 plus x is equal to 8, and x is equal to 8 minus 6, which is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2. This one. Now similarly, if we simplify this, so this implies minus 2 plus y is equal to 6, so y is equal to 6 plus 2, which is equal to 8. So our point will be, C point will be 2 and 8, and this is the point which we are supposed to find. Now question number 9. Figure 4 is provided. Figure 4 shows part of the curve with the equation y is equal to cos of x minus 30, and where a is a constant. The point P is a minimum point. This P point is minimum point on the curve and has coordinates 30 and minus 3. This is important. As shown in the figure 4, write down the value of A. A is basically amplitude, so we can A basically what we can do, we can check for this one. P value will be like this, will be P value, and they are saying coordinate point P is the minimum point on the curve having coordinates 30 and minus 3. So coordinates are 30 and minus 3. So what we can do, we can use the given equation, and given equation is basically this one. So for A part, we can write y is equal to A cos of x minus 30 degree. So we can write the basically the point which is 30 and minus 3. 30 and minus 3, this point is on this curve, so it will be satisfying this equation. So we'll replace this point, put this point in this equation, so it will be minus 3 is equal to A cos of 30 minus 30. So we replaced x value, so this will be what? This will be A cos of 0, and A cos of 0 mean cos of 0 is 1, so A value will be equal to minus 3. So we got A value as minus 3. So this we were supposed to find. This was only 1 mark question which we have done. Then the point Q is shown in the figure 4 and is a maximum point. Find the coordinates of Q, and this is 3 mark question. Let us check where is Q. This is basically Q, and if we figure out, this is basically the coordinate. If we check the cosine graph, this portion will be for pi by 2, and this will be for so we can split them into pi by 2 portions, and this will be also pi by 2, and similarly this portion will also be pi by 2. And for your understanding, I am splitting into pi by 2 or 90 degrees. So this will be 90 degree, and this will also be 90 degree. Similarly, we can split this 90 degree, this one, and this one also we can split into 90 degree, and this is 90 degree, and this one also 90 degree, and this is lastly also 90 degree. Now if we count these shaded portions, this is basically 1. We can write here, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and this is 10. So 10 portions of pi by 2, and plus the smaller portion which I can highlight like this one, and this is basically 30. So from here we are getting 30, so this one is 30 degrees. So total x value will be what? we can write the equation for b part. We will be saying b part is what? Y is equal to a cos of x minus 30. So it will be, x value will be what? X value will be 10 into pi by 2. We calculated, we basically indicated these are 10 pi by 2 shaded portions, shaded red, and there is 30 also. So we can write plus 30. So this will be pi by 2. You can write 90 also. So 90 into 10 will be 900, plus 30 will be 930. This will be our answer. Or here also directly you can write 90. So this will be 930. This will be our final answer for this question. And this is done. Now we can move to the question number 10. And question number 10 says, the curve C has equation. This one, sketch the graph of C. On your sketch, show coordinates of any points of intersection with the coordinate axis, and state clearly the equation of any asymptote. And this is a 4-mark question, and we will be solving this question. Basically, this is the graph which is not part of the question paper. I have inserted for your explanation. So the equation given is what? Equation given is y is equal to 1 over x square minus 9, and we can check for x is equal to 0. For at x is equal to, 0, y tends to infinity. So this will, at y is equal to 0, at y is equal to 0, this equation will be 0 is equal to 1 over x square minus 9. So x square will be equal to 1 over 9, and we can write it as x will be equal to plus minus 1 over 3. So these will be the two values. So x is equal to 0 is basically asymptote, so x is equal to 0. And if you check this graph, and instead of drawing, I'm explaining from this one. Hopefully that you will be understanding better. So this is x is equal to 0, and y is equal to uh, x is equal to 0, and this one, these are basically the y-intercepts. This is basically x-intercepts. These are x-intercept, this is x-axis, and this one is y-axis. So x-intercepts which we found, plus 3 and minus 3. So at x is equal to minus 1, y value is 0. At x is equal to minus 1 by 3, plus 1 by 3 also, y is 0. So we got these 2 points from these points, and when x is equal to 0, it is basically changing to infinity. This one, y is equal to minus 9, is basically the asymptote. So we can mention this. And next is what? Next is basically b part, which is saying the curve D has equation y is equal to kx square, where k is a constant. Given that C meets D at 4 distinct points, find the range of possible values of k, and this is a 5 marks question. So we can take the equation b part, for b part, y is equal to 1 over x square minus 9, and this is y is equal to x square minus 9, which is a given equation, and y is equal to kx square, which is mentioned over here, this one. So now we can replace this kx square y value or we can equate these two equations. So kx square is equal to 1 over x square minus 9, and we can basically, we are intending to form the quadratic equation. So multiply everything by x square, so it will be kx4 is equal to 1 minus 9x squared. Now we can shift this to the other side and we will get kx4 minus 9x square minus 1 is equal to 0. Now this is basically a quadratic equation in terms of x square. So we can take the discriminant, and b square minus 4ac we will take equal to 0, and they're saying four distinct points. So find the range of the, okay, so if we equalize to discriminant to 0, so we'll get b square mean minus 9 squared b square minus 4ac. This should be, when we are shifting this should be plus here, and now we can write this one 9 square minus 4a is k and c is minus 1, and this is equal to 0. Now we can write 81 and minus minus plus, so 4k is equal to 0, 4k is equal to minus 81, so k is equal to minus 81 over 4, and so k value should be in between 0 and minus 84. So k value should be greater than minus 81 by 4 and less than 0. This will be our final answer for this question. Hopefully you understood each and everything. We are done with the paper, and don't forget to subscribe the channel and also press bell icon so that you will be getting notification for incoming videos. Also recommend this channel to your friends and classmates, and also introduce this channel to your respected teachers. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye.